Gary, all good things must come to an end. Knew it was going to be a tough afternoon. The weather doesn't help, but I would say effort-wise, you can't fault all the players that turned up today. It was just a little bit of a lack of finishing, really, at crucial times to not to get over on top of Workington, and they got a bit of a roll on and scored some good tries in the second half.
Well, I think, yeah, you're right. Effort-wise, I can't fault any of them. They were, to a man, they ran the blood to water without a doubt. I thought the sin binning was the deciding factor, because obviously when we were down to 12 men, we struggled to hold them, and they got themselves back in front. So, yeah, that was probably a pivotal time. I think two key moments for me. Well, probably more actually, but one of the key moments was just before half time when we were attacking and talking about finishing. I thought Muffer could have maybe finished that try, but he gave it a little bit too early to Tom, and we got tackled into touch. That would have been a killer just on half time if we could have gone 20 points to 4 up. And like I said, I thought the sin bin was a tough call, because I'm not quite sure we deserved to be put on a team warning. I don't think some of the penalties that he gave against us were right. And the other key moments were what we looked like from where we were, two blatant forward passes down their left edge, and the referees decided to give a try. So I think the touch judge disallowed one, but the referee's overridden him, and then he's done exactly the same thing over there, but gone the other way and gone with the touch judge and not made his own decision. So yeah, there were some very difficult decisions to understand from the official, but that said, you don't come to Workington and get yourself in a 10-point lead very often, and we threw it away second half, and we threw it away. We threw it away. It's as simple as that.
First half was a bit of a spicy affair. I'm not sure that there was too much wrong with a lot of it. It was just good physical forward battle,
which is what you get up here. That's what we expected. That when you look at their team, I think apart from the half backs and possibly winger and fullback, they named two back rows in the centres. They named the prop in the back row. So we knew it was going to be physical. It always is up here. They're a big side, and you look at Moy and thought Ollie Wilkes was outstanding, and Penkovic was very good. But they've also brought the jewellery edging with everybody these days. They've brought in two Super League players in Sam Wood and Tyler Dickinson from Huddersfield. So when you look at it, and we've had a couple of players on debut. Gav hasn't played for a while, Gav Duffy, and Daley Williams hasn't played for a while, and I thought for us to come up with some injuries that meant we had to shuffle things around. I thought it was a sterling effort wise, but again, shot ourselves in the foot at key times to go on and finish the job and win the game.
Some of the tackling in the first half incurred the wrath of the referee with a few high shots, and again, it's just a little bit of controlled aggression needed sometimes from some of the players to understand what the referee's giving, and maybe just control that a little bit. But in the heat and such, it's all right saying it from here. Well, it's a different thing on the pitch. I
thought both sides were guilty of that. I thought we took our fair share of head-high knocks as well. So I think the referee's interpretation at times was left a little bit to be desired, because I certainly thought that Workington roughed us up on occasions. Tonka, for me, just got under the skin and did what he always does, and ran hard and tackled hard, and I think he was really getting them rattled, and then the crowd got on his back, and I think the referee buckled a little bit, if I'm honest with you. So you talk about players buckling under the heat of pressure. I thought the referee did at times today as well.
Second half was probably the more disappointing, because that aggression seemed to be lacking, and maybe that they had taken heed of some of those things that had gone in the first half. But as you say, some of it is just moving personnel around as well, so it doesn't help when you've got to do that. A lot of defending, but then we get over the line 2 or 3 times and not being able to get the ball down and just being held up. And again, crucial things, if you've just got a bit more luck that goes for you, you could have been 10, 15 points up again.
I agree, but we've got to be careful. We can't talk too much about luck. I think we've had our fair share. I know we've won 7 on the bounce, and I think within some of those 7 games we've had our fair share of luck. So I can't complain too much. But we were creating chances. Like you say, we got held up over the line a couple of times, which shows that we're testing their defensive line on their try line, and we did that. We just couldn't get over. If we'd have got one of those, it could have been a different game. But obviously really disappointed. It's not, like I said, it's not often you get a 10-point lead up here at Workington, and you've got to make the most of it and capitalise on it. But fortunately, as I said, crucial sin binning down to 12 men. We looked a little bit deflated during that period, and they got a roll on, and that's what I think there was a difference between the two sides at the end of the game.
Looking forward, you've got next week. There's a few people, as you said, you had to shuffle around. So what's the injury situation looking like?
Not good. Reedy came off. I don't know what that is. It's a knee situation. I don't really know what's going on there, but it doesn't look good. We think Zach Braham's got potential break in his forearm. I think we're going to go get that checked at the hospital because it's not very good at the minute. He can't make a fist that he can't grab, so that doesn't look good. The rest we'll have to just assess as we go. But yeah, Nico banged a knee as well, so we could potentially be 3 front rowers down next week against Bradford. But like I said, it's always too early to tell straight after a game. We'll know more when we get in on Tuesday and assess the damage and find out where we're at.
Looking at going into the season now, it's always going to be difficult with a couple of trips to Cumbria. And you know they're quite passionate supporters up here. Is there any other preparations that can be done with the players just to get them prepared or mentally prepared for these sort of games, or isn't that a particular concern for you?
No, I don't think so. I think we were prepared today. I think we were really prepared. I think, look at the way we started the game. I don't think there was anything wrong with the preparation. I think just certain things went against us in the game that we couldn't deal with and we couldn't address, and that's unfortunate. You know, sometimes games go like that. You get momentum swings in games, and unfortunately when the momentum swung Workington's way, they made the most of it, whereas we didn't. So I don't think we could do anything different preparation wise. It is what it is. They're all experienced players now. They know what it's like coming up to Cumbria, and they've got to learn to deal with it. And you know, like I said, there's some disappointed people in the changing rooms because we thought this was the one that could that we would get a win through, and we haven't. But no, I think, you know, we think we're looking for excuses. We're looking at preparation. I think there was nothing wrong with the way we prepared today. I think it was just, like I said, some things went against us, some momentum swings went against us, and we weren't able to capitalise when we had our moments.
You say you've got quite a few new players that are coming in. That always takes a little bit of settling in, so we're still going through that period again of another settling in period with another half a dozen new players effectively.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, you know, on Thursday I lost Jimmy Watson, had to pull out with a groin injury that he picked up last week. Foggin Johnson's got a foot injury and he couldn't run Thursday, so you know, we had to make some late changes on Thursday, and Gav Duffy being available as a bit of a bonus. You know, Gav's come in and done a great job at full back. He hasn't played for over a year or whatever, and you know, he's run his blood to water, like I said, and worked really, really hard in an unfamiliar position, so I can't knock that. And the same with Daly. Daly's been really tense, really nervous about making his comeback, and he's gone out there and he's had to play 80 minutes, and that was never really the plan. You know, when you've not played for 3 years, to come back into a game like this in these conditions against a big physical team, it was never the plan to play 80 minutes, but because we lost bodies and where we were with injuries, Josh Jordan Roberts, you know, he picked up a heavy knock on his chest last week and got another knock on it today, so he didn't last very long either, so we were forced into keeping people out there longer than we really wanted to. So we'll have to see how they pull up, because it'd be a big ask then to ask them to back it up next week against Bradford.
Alright, well, commiserations on today, but let's look forward, and we're still up in that top 5 position.
Absolutely, you know, and again, you know, when we're looking at the season and when we're looking, we always know that Cumbrian trips are tough, and I think that's what makes it more disappointing, because we got ourselves in a real good position to win this game, and it's got away from us.
Oh well.
Okay,
we'll come again.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, like I say, we've still got a long way to go, and we're still in the top 5. So we've got to remain positive. I think we need to probably win 2 out of the next 3 games, really, to make sure we stay up in that top 5 and consolidate that playoff spot.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
No worries, Steve. Thank you.